It's time to talk about what's coming in January, which is Be Sure Athon, a Wayward Children series by Seanan McGuire inspired Readathon. I'm so freaking excited. Hello all, what's up? I hope you good. So today we're here for a very exciting announcement, my favorite of the year with Athon, because Be Sure Athon, because Wayward Children series by Seanan McGuire, because Portal Fantasy. There are so many things I could talk about regarding that Readathon, but just let's go to the main points to make it more understandable and clear and everything. So the first edition of Be Sure Athon happened last year. In January it was a month long, and this year that's also going to be the case. It's going to be a month long for the entire month of January, 1st to the 31st, and we will have sprints. I will be hosting sprints every Saturdays or Sundays. We still need to figure out that. And also I will have sprints left and right during the week, early morning or around noon or very late at night, so after midnight. The reason is that I just got a new job and my new schedule is like all over the place. I mean, it's not all over the place, it's just not as it used to be, because I will be starting at 3:30 p.m. till midnight, Monday through Friday, so I will have sprints left and right. But please don't be scared, because there's gonna be sprints hosted by the winter pack, so members of my patrons, they will be hosting sprints and I will share all the links when I have them, so don't worry, there will be plenty of sprints. Also, the big difference with last year is that we don't have teams. We still have it on Discord, so if you want to join the Discord or the Twitter, it will be linked down below, but there is no team competitions, there is no team leaders. We just belong to all like different places on the compass, so we have different like families, let's say, so you still can feel part of a group, a smaller group, but there is no competition this time. As I said, my love for Wayward Children series is not just for the Wayward Children series by Seanan McGuire, but it's for Portal Fantasy. A Portal Fantasy is any book with some kind of portal leading the characters to another world. It's not a portal that leads you to somewhere else in your world. It's a different world. Like Narnia, like Peter Pan, like Alice in Wonderland, His Dark Materials, so many more. Yes, there are so many more, but we don't even think about them being like Portal Fantasies, but they are. If you have recommendations or if you're not sure about a book, whatever, please leave them in the comment section. I will answer as many comments as I can. I will share recommendations there and on Twitter and blah blah blah, so don't worry. And also, a thing you don't have to worry either about is that you don't need to read only Portal Fantasy. We will get to the prompts. There are two sets of prompts. So we have the regular compass and then we have prompts in honor of the new book coming out in January. So you can do whatever you want. You can do one or the other, both, whatever. It doesn't really matter. As long as you're having fun, you're good to go. Now talking about the prompts. The visuals will be downloadable down below. Don't worry about that. You can use them. You can do whatever you want with them. But as you can see, as there are no teams, if you were there last year, we each had a compass, or each team had a compass. Here we all travel on the same compass, on the same map, with the same prompts. As you can see, we all start where it's written start here, Sasha. The reason why it's there is because if you're familiar with the compass, you can check it out. I will link it down below as well. You also can see where Alice in Wonderland or Narnia or Darker Shade of Magic, etc., etc., The Wizard of Oz are on the compass, because it's not just random. But we are starting there because that's where Earth is. Earth is 2 for logic and 1 for wicked. So that's where we start, because we are actually now on Earth, unless you're lucky. Then I need to talk about 3 things. The easiest is that if you're a member of the winter pack, if you're a member of my Patreon, you do you. You do whatever you want. You can pick whatever prompts you want, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be touching the other or whatever. Like, you do whatever you want, you pick as many prompts as you want from the compass, wherever they are on the compass, and you just have fun. Second, you start here. So you can use a random generator thingy to go north, east, south, southeast, or whatever, or you can just pick where you want to go, the path you want to go. So let's say I do a random generator, it goes north, so I go to non-fiction, and there I pick a non-fiction. If I had east, I can go with a mood read. I hope that's clear. Now, let's say that my mood read was actually a portal fantasy. I don't need to go to logical, non-fiction, visit another world, or book with good reps. I can jump one little square, I can jump one prompt, and you can go to book that will make you happy. So if you read a portal fantasy, you can jump the next prompt and go further on the compass. I hope that's clear. If that's not, please ask me down below. But basically, you have to pick the prompt next to where you are. Unless you are reading a portal fantasy, then you can jump too. Okay? Now, the last thing I want to say is that you can pick as many prompts as you want. If you want to go to mood read and then outside, so the last prompt being portal fantasy, because the goal is to actually get outside the compass, and the last one is portal fantasy, you're good. If you want to go for 3 prompts, let's say mood read, book with good reps, portal fantasy, that's fine. If you want to go wild and go non-fiction, door on the cover, reader recommendation, book set in your country, POC author or main character, new to your author, a person on the cover, science fiction, and portal fantasy, that's absolutely fine. So that's what I love about it. Like, you can make it your own. You can pick as many prompts as you feel like you'd like to have books read in that month. So there is no minimum. There is a maximum because we only have 49 prompts on here, plus like the special for the new book. I like that idea. So it's less stressful. Now, if you have questions regarding particular prompts, please let me know down below. You have to make them work for you. So if something you're not sure what it means, just make it work with the book you want to read. If you go on logical, it can be like a book that seems logical or that seems to have a word on the logical side of the compass. It can be logical because that's usually the genre you go for, so it's a logic choice to actually pick that one. You can make it whatever you want, or you're picking that one because you have to read it for a book club, whatever. Go wild, like just make it work for you. Virtue, it can be a book that's good for you, a self-help book. It can be virtue because you want to be finishing series first, whatever you want. Like, honestly, you can make the prompts whatever you want. Same with nonsense. Is it nonsense to pick a book you're not familiar with, like an author you're not familiar with, or a genre you're not familiar with? Or is it nonsense to actually go with a manga instead of a book, or to read, to go mood read instead of reading books that you actually need to read? Have fun with the prompts. And I think that's it. I don't think I have more to say regarding it. I talked about the date, I talked about Portal Fantasy, Readathon, I talked about the Moonlight Sprints and the Daylight Sprints we will have. I will link everything as soon as I have infos down below, but already the link to the first sprints will be down below. And during the first session of sprints, we will talk about our world, our door, or where our door would lead us. I want to show you my world, or what it would look like, what I think it would look like. So please be there for the first session. It's gonna be on a Sunday, early afternoon, something like that, and I really hope you're gonna join us for some sprints. I talked about the prompts, the rules, the winter pack, advantage. I think I talked about everything. Please let me know if I forgot anything. I will also pin a comment to answer the questions that come very often. You can pick whatever you want to read, like mangas, graphic novels, novellas, short stories, tomes, whatever you fancy. Everything will count. Audiobooks and ebooks do count. Picture books do count as well. Middle grade, adult, YA, new adult, whatever you fancy, it counts. Even if it's not on Goodreads and it is a book, it counts. I really hope you will have fun with me and with the rest of the pack. I really hope that we're gonna discover more Portal Fantasies. I think I would like to go with as many Portal Fantasy books as possible, but I also have mandatory reads that I might include, etc, etc. So I don't actually have already a TBR. So if you have Portal Fantasy recommendations, please link them down below. I'm always ready to add some more books on my TBR. That's the Booktube course, I believe. I'm so excited, you cannot even imagine it, because the Wayward Children series took such an important place in my life, and just sharing that love for that series out there and sharing my love for Portal Fantasy, because escapism. As a kid, I'm not gonna lie to you, I always hoped that I would find my door, even before I read Narnia and other books, because I was like, I don't belong here. I never felt like I belonged anywhere in my life, and even today I don't feel like I belong. But it's normal. normal. If you feel that way, it's normal. We are just like a bit different, and we're just like, you know, we live in our books, and you know, there are as many adventures as there are books out there, and there are as many worlds as there are people. So yeah. Well, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you will have fun with us. I guess I will see you on January 1st for the new year and the first sprints. So till then, take care and